In our modern times, many people have taken some time away from work or from their homes and went on a sabbatical in order to find who they truly are. I chose this fascinating example of a past life because it is very similar to a sabbatical, yet extremely detailed, full of color and fragrance. Having a main character with a well-defined personality set off around the world on an initiatic journey. The story is about a spiritual man who is on a self-discovery journey. This character in the past life of my client chose to take the sabbatical in order to find himself, his purpose in his life, and God. My client, who was the subject of this hypnosis session, is a young and attractive woman. She came to me because she was at an impasse in her life. Under hypnosis, her voice and physiognomy changed according to what she was living in trance. The features and facial expressions betrayed the personality of the character as she really became completely that man under hypnosis. This is what Dolores Cannon called a somnambulist, who detaches entirely from the current reality and becomes immersed with all their senses into the past life they are experiencing. She saw the world through his eyes and perceived it according to the principles and values of that male character that she was in her past life. This is a reenactment of the original session done in Romanian and translated into English.
I see a pyramid and some merchants quite far from me. It's a foreign caravan.
Where are you going?
To the oasis, riding my horse. It's the first time I'm here.
Is it hot?
Yes. I am wrapped in white robes. I have a turban on my head. I'm not from here. I think I'm from Europe. I'm looking for something. Answers to divine questions.
What are your questions about?
About God. What God is. How He manifests Himself.
Do you have any opinion about this?
That what the Church taught us is not true. That God cannot be rules. I have seen simple people who are not full of rules and are happy.
Are you poor?
No, I am a noble.
Does nobility bring you happiness?
No.
What do you hope to find here?
Peace.
How do you find the answers to your questions?
The answers are shown to me. I went on the road to meet people, and people direct me to someone or something. I am looking for a sage in the desert, and now I am going to the oasis where there is a man who was with him, and I am looking for him.
What are you wearing on your feet?
Leather sandals that fasten high on the leg. I am wrapped in a white cloth.
What perception do you have about yourself?
I am a young man, strong and healthy, tall and well built. The hair is blonde, of medium length, and I wear it loosely. My eyes are green with a little olive skin.
Tell me a little about your horse.
Archimedes? He is a purebred Arab, black with a star on his forehead. I chose him because he's meaningful. I bought him a few years ago from a camel dealer. We are traveling companions.
Why did you name him Archimedes?
Because he has intelligent eyes.
Do you often feel thirsty in the desert?
Yes. We also have water with us, and I give it to him too. I love him.
Do you think he loves you too?
Don't you, Archimedes?
What did Archimedes answer?
He nodded. Do you want to pet him?
Yes, please.
Archimedes.
Thank you. How beautiful he is.
I've arrived at the oasis.
What are you doing here? What do you see around you?
I drink the water from the oasis. It's drinkable, yes. It's good and it's hot. There are some palm trees and some tents around. I'm in the Sahara.
What do the tents look like?
They are white, and I will enter the old man's tent. He is reading something and smoking. Inside there are some pillows, a lamp hanging from the ceiling, and 2 old books, tobacco and some rocks, quite big, the size of a fist.
Ask him what you wanted to ask him.
They sent me to you. Maybe you can help me find the divine answers. He answers that he doesn't have them, but we all have the same answers. He can only help me understand them. The answers are in you, but you can't interpret them yet. The road will help you understand them. At the end of your path, you will understand where you have to go.
What does he mean when he says the road?
On the trip we started, he told me that I had to go to a temple in India.
Regarding the wise old man you seek, did he tell you anything about him?
That I am on the right track. It's my choice which road I take and who I meet along the way. I can go back to Europe to take the boat, or I can take the Silk Road. But I will choose the latter, on horseback, because I can meet more people that way.
What good does it do you to know more people?
I like it. I like people. I admire each one as they are, different.
What kind of a man do you think you are?
Fickle.
Where are your roots?
In Germany. I left my family there, my parents and brothers, of whom I am the eldest. I am not married.
Did your parents agree that you should go out into the world?
No. They said I was disinherited. I am not interested in their wealth. Wealth only brings problems. My father killed his brother for wealth. I don't want to end up like him. I don't want to oppress people. In a position of power, if you do not oppress people, you are not respected. I don't think this is my purpose, and I don't even know what it is. That's what I'm looking for. That's why I left home.
What do you like to do the most?
To travel.
How could you reach India on the Silk Road?
I don't know where it starts, but if I go to Alexandria, I'm sure to find someone there who knows where it is. I've arrived in Alexandria. I am in a slave market, and the slaves are black. There are both men and women.
How do you think people become slaves?
From the desire of rich people to oppress the poor. If I were to buy a Negro, I wouldn't treat him like a slave. But I wouldn't because I don't like traveling companions. They want to have a conversation. If I want to talk to someone, I talk to Archimedes. Otherwise, I admire the landscape and I don't think about anything.
Did you meet someone here in Alexandria to guide you to India?
No, but I met a beautiful woman. I saw her in the market. She has long and beautiful hair, silky and black. She has beautiful blue eyes and skin as soft as milk, and she smells like fresh lilac. She is dressed in white, and on her waist she has a golden belt, and it fits her very well. She's special. She is with her maid.
Are you curious to know who she is?
Yes, I'll go and introduce myself. I tell her that her beauty attracts me. She replies that she can't talk to me, that she doesn't like it.
What did you feel when you talked to her?
Nervousness, and I felt my heart beating. I'm going to a dealer to ask about her. They know everything. She is the daughter of a noble. She is not from the area, and she is 18 years old. I want to meet her father. Maybe I'll see her again.
What about the temple in India?
It can wait.
The next important moment.
I see a massacred village. It happened a few days ago. Very sad. I see the ravens nibbling at the corpses. I see children in the street full of blood. Blood everywhere. Only dead women and children and old people. The men are off to war.
What do their homes look like?
Like a kind of tents.
How did you get to this village?
On the way, on my trip to India.
Have you left Alexandria?
Oh yes, a few months ago.
Is it hot here?
No, it's nice. I'm in a field and there's grass all around.
How are you dressed now?
I have the same sandals and some black pants, a belt and a white shirt. I carry a sword inherited from my grandfather. It has the family coat of arms. It is very beautifully crafted with the ornamental motifs specific to the area, the vine. I carry it in a holster on my arm. I got it when I passed my manhood test.
How was the test?
Tough, but I still passed it.
Are you still traveling with Archimedes?
Yes.
What do you eat on the road? Where are you sleeping?
I hunt with a bow. I also have some snacks. I sleep under the open sky on an animal skin. I keep all of these things tied to my saddle.
In Alexandria, you met a beautiful girl. Have you met her father? Did you manage to talk to her again?
Yes, I was introduced to him. She is already promised to someone.
Have you come to terms with the thought?
Yes, but I still think of her fondly.
Did you fall in love with her?
No, otherwise I would not have agreed to leave.
Was the desire to get to the temple in India stronger than to stay with the girl?
Yes.
Can you help anyone in that massacred village?
There are too many to bury, around 100. I think I'm going to burn them. I can't let the animals eat them. Any man deserves more. We bury our dead, but here they burn them. I will gather them in a pile and use a tent to set them on fire.
You seem to know a lot of practical things. How did you learn all these things?
My family is surrounded by so-called wise men. Many of them. They educate me at home. They taught me things from books. I would have liked to find out things that are not in the books, such as why some people are good and others bad.
Have you ever wondered why some people are born rich and others poor?
Yes. I couldn't find any explanation. That's why I left home.
How do you view your trip? Does it seem like an act of courage?
No. It seems to me that I am running away, that I cannot conform to my role in society. I am not the man they are looking for.
Why do you think you were born in this family?
I suppose because I have to help the people we have on our lands.
Do you mean your subjects?
I don't call them that. They are the people who live in our land. There are 3 regions with 20 villages in total. On horseback, you can cross the whole country in 3 days.
Next important moment.
I see a lot of people. It's a celebration. People sitting on the ground and eating fruit and drinking. It is the beginning of a holiday, and the fruits are eaten at the beginning. There are fruits that I have never seen before, and a musician is playing the mandolin.
How long has it been since you left that massacred village?
I don't even remember. Many years have passed.
Have you arrived in India?
No. Here, where I stopped, I am in Russia.
How long have you been here?
For a year.
What made you stop on your way?
Anemona, my wife.
Tell me more about her.
She's an interesting woman, very gentle. She is brunette and is lightly graying, a girl who has been through life. She is not very young. She is around 32 years old, and she has been through many things before. People consider her a witch because she likes to heal people. She walks through the forest to collect medicinal plants. She knows how to treat me. She completes me, and she wants to go on the trip with me.
How did you meet her?
She took care of my wounds.
What happened? How were you injured?
I got into a fight.
You said you didn't like fights. You didn't believe in war.
Sometimes the war comes to you.
Who did you fight against?
I fought against the Visigoths.
On whose side? What cause did you fight for?
I don't even know. The Visigoths came to pillage. I was in a fortress, also in a Slavic country.
Do you love Anemona?
Yes.
Let's go to your house. Describe it to me.
It is a very simple wooden house, surrounded by a fence. We live in a forest. There are no other houses around. In the house there is a stove, a bed, some bear skins on the floor, a table with 2 wooden chairs. There are also some copper pots.
Let's see you and Anemona sitting at the table. What do you eat?
We eat all kinds of grain stews from wooden bowls with wooden spoons. The forks are made of metal, with 3 teeth. I also hunt quail, but Anemona prefers rabbit.
How is life in the forest? Are you happy there?
Yes.
Do you still have Archimedes?
No. Some rivals killed him after the fight with the Visigoths. They wanted to burn Anemona, and we had to run. Now it's winter. It's snowing and it's cold. We are waiting for spring to come so we can leave for India.
Do you find it hard to bear the cold here after the heat in the desert? How are you dressed?
No. I am dressed in some skins. I have leather shoes, and there is fur on the inside.
Did you learn a lot from Anemona? Does she tell you about her cures?
Yes, only when I ask her. Otherwise, she doesn't talk.
What else does Anemona do?
She likes to read the stars. She only does this for others, not for us.
We condensed time and space, and you are now already at the temple in India. What do you see?
I see a white building surrounded by a beautiful courtyard and some monastic cells.
How long did it take you to get here?
1 year.
Is Anemona with you?
No, she died. I went hunting, and some thieves came and set fire to the house because they heard that there was a witch there, and she burned along with the house.
What did you feel when you came back from hunting and saw what happened?
That life is punishing me because I left my family and my people, that I was selfish because I wanted to be at peace.
What do you think you should do next, now that you are at the temple?
To understand why I fell in love and lost it.
Who will you talk to here at the temple? Who are you looking for?
I'm not looking for someone in particular. I will stay here for a while. I've been here for a month.
How is your day spent at the temple?
In the morning, we wake up, pray, meditate. Then we do the chores in the yard. In the garden, everyone has their tasks, after which we meditate again. Then we do the evening tasks, and after that, we meditate and go to bed. I take care of the cleaning in the temple. I am the newest person to come.
Are there other people who come from afar to the temple like you?
Yes. There is another merchant from Africa and also a Tibetan. Each arrived here for different reasons. One lost his family and the other stayed on the road.
Did you find your answers?
Yes. So now I must go back home. All the injustices that happened to me, I have to stop them from happening to others.
Do you think it is in your power?
I can try to defend the people on my lands.
As the firstborn, can you take the lead?
Yes. It's been almost 5 years since I left home. I don't even know if my father is still alive.
Regarding Anemona, did you understand why what happened?
No. I will stay at the temple for a while.
He returned to Germany.
I am in a fortress, upstairs, in my room. I write in a journal about my travels. I've been back for a few years.
How does it feel to you to be at home after everything you have learned in the world?
That the world relies on me, my people. At home, I found only my brothers. My parents are gone.
Did you take the lead?
In a way, with luck, with woe, the two brothers were arguing about who should lead and killed each other. Now the people seem satisfied and calm.
Are you married?
No.
How do you spend a normal day here at the fortress?
Today, I went to inspect some land to see if the people received their sack of wheat and if they repaired the bridge. In the afternoon, I stopped at a church, talked with the priest. After that, I went around the village and returned to the castle.
How do people look at you when you come through their villages?
Some don't even know who I am.
How are you dressed? Don't you wear a noble insignia?
My sword is the only thing like that. I don't like to carry all of the other nonsense. I'm dressed in simple pants and a shirt.
Do you feel young or old?
I am 45. I've been through life enough. My advisors tell me to get married, and I will. A party is organized for me by one of my advisors who invites nobility from the neighboring lands, especially those who have daughters to marry.
You don't seem pleased.
No, I know them all. It's true that I will have to leave an heir because otherwise there will be war. I can teach my children.
Did you find out the answers to the questions you started the journey with?
Not all of them, but I found my purpose, that of helping the people of my land. After having seen so many tragedies, I realized that my people are also going through this. Father was thirsty for revenge. He took revenge on anyone who did not bow their head. People were afraid of him.
What do you think people feel about you?
It doesn't matter. I love them all, except the nobility. I treat the castle servants well, with respect.
Are you happy now?
No, I miss the temple in India. I was the happiest there. I felt protected. Everyone was good. There were no problems. There were no wars.
Was there a different religion in India?
They also have a god, but they did not call him God, but Master.
What does the village priest say about this?
He's a bastard. He teaches people what is written in the Bible. I don't believe in priests. They are miscreants. The church uses the Bible to scare people and to enrich themselves. He threatens them that if they don't pay the church contributions, they will end up in hell. I do not believe that. I think the priest will end up in hell.
The last day of his life. What are you doing now?
I am in bed. I am 83 years old. I knew how to protect myself from enemies. Now I'm dying. I received a poisoned arrow in the leg and the poison spread. We are at war with the neighboring country. They attacked us for our land. We will make a truce, but if I die, it will fall apart.
Do you have any heirs?
Yes, 2 boys and a girl. The older boy is doing well, but he is a bit stingy. I am not satisfied with him as a leader. He has other ideas than I. I tried to teach him, but he takes after his mother. The middle boy thinks like me. He is wiser and gentler with people. He could be a wise leader.
Could you decide now who takes your place?
I could, but they won't listen to me. When I'm gone, the older one will take the throne from the young one.
The moment of death.
The strength leaves my body along with me. My youngest, the daughter, is in the room with me. I didn't want anyone else. She is the light of my eyes. The servants dress my body nicely and are going to announce the country. My daughter is crying next to me. My oldest is making plans, and the younger one is scared.
How do you think your life was?
Long. I did things for others, but not for me.
What do you think was the purpose of this life?
To help my people.
Do you think there were any lessons that could have been learned from a life like this?
From malice, malice returns to you. What you sow is what you reap, and that you cannot make some people good. You have to take charge of your destiny. You cannot run away from responsibilities because they'll find you again.